All right, guys, we got another OU battle today. Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver. So look at the teams right here. You can see my opponent on the bottom has a pretty OP team. So let's get started. So I'm gonna lead out with Miss Magius because I didn't know what he's gonna use, so I figured I use taunt and whatever would go out. I didn't know his team at all, so went for the taunt, which was good. And I think he goes for a sleep powder. So when people play with Roserade, they're trying to just spam sleep powder and just you know sleep all your team and then set up. So that's pretty much the strategy here. So my Infernape is going to take a Leaf Storm. That does a lot because this Infernape is only max attack, max speed. So of course I'm gonna go for the Flare Blitz. I didn't know what he would go into. I was predicting some sort of ghost Pokemon, so I went for the Flare Blitz, and that's gonna actually bite me later on because it actually weakens the Infernape. So switching in, with spikes and stuff later on is gonna be a problem. So, anyways, right now I'm gonna, I think, go out into my Honeycomb to try to set up. This is actually a really good move here. Now, Forrestress is going to actually really carry this game. And this is honestly Forrestress' best game. And I was actually thinking about taking him off my team, but after this game, I mean, my goodness, I'm gonna see. So I'm gonna go for the spikes here. I think this was a poor switch, and he should have switched to Infernape here because, uh, yeah, just getting rid of the Forrestress is, which he should have did that. But anyways, I get my spikes up, and he's going to withdraw into a Dragonite to try to set up immediately. And then luckily I get a rapid spin without getting the paralyzed hack, so pretty happy about that. And then I'm going to switch into my Gyarados. I think this was a bad play from my end. I think I should have just stayed in and used Gyro Ball. So this was bad, but yeah, in hindsight. But anyways, he goes for the Dragon Dance, and he's going to get a critical hit here. This is the turn that actually changed the tide of the game. He goes for Outrage, as I mentioned, and so when I saw this right here, guys, I was pissed off because it's just a normal, uh, you know, he didn't even have an attack boost. He just fucking did this. So, anyways, I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do here? And I'm gonna take a couple outrages here, and my honeycomb is gonna go for Gyro Ball, and it's gonna do a lot. And let's see, I think it drops it to about a little under a quarter. So here I'm gonna obviously go for another Gyro Ball. And my Forrestress is extremely important because in this generation, because you can use Sleep Powder on multiple Pokemon, multiple Pokemon can be asleep. It, the Roserade is a real threat, so I gotta keep my Honeycomb in. So yeah, so thank goodness I didn't get he didn't get another crit. So he says I'm Infernape, and I was like, oh my goodness, what can take this? And then I'm going to switch out into Milotic, and then he goes for a Fire Blast. I was actually predicting he would predict the switch in and go for the close combat. Had I not wasted my Gyarados, I would have just let my Forester stayed in to get uh, the Gyarados set up. So here I'm just like, absolutely, I don't want to take. Sorry, guys, I'm new to narrative battles, but yeah. So, anyways, here, what did I do here? I think I go for the switch to Honeycomb. And he goes for the spikes, and then I'm gonna go for another Gyro Ball here, I think. Yes, because I predicted. Yes, so I predicted he would go for the ghost Pokemon because I predicted he will predict that I was going to use Rapid Spin. So I'll go for the Gyro Ball, and it actually kills the Gengar. So I was actually shocked by that. So I don't know. I don't remember putting any attack EVs on Forrestress, but maybe his Gengar just doesn't have any defense. So of course he goes back to Infernape, and look at Honeycomb's HP. It's already damn near full. So definitely keep the Honeycomb as long as Roserade is alive. So I go into my Miss Magius, my Thrift. He goes for a Grass Knot. It didn't do anything. So then he switches into Roserade, and I go for the Shadow Ball. Yeah. I'm so happy to get rid of Roserade because it's such a pain. So I'm feeling pretty happy so far. And then so I go for the Tunk because I was predicting a Thunder Wave. And he goes for Psychic. So here I actually make a misplay. I go for the Absol, yeah. Predicting another Psychic. So here the Metagross is going to actually take a Sucker Punch. So I actually thought that Dark was super effective because he's still Psychic. So I don't know why this wasn't times 200. But apparently, I think the Steel typing stops it. So, anyways, I get lucky that he misses the Meteor Mash. Thank goodness because he had the critical hit earlier. So I guess that was karma. And I go into my Honeycomb. And my goal here is just to try to get the spikes out. So then he gets the Earthquake. Of course, I will survive, but I believe here I get the Parahax. So I'm just like, no. Oh, that's right, because I didn't get I forgot I had the Parahax, and I switched in. So there was nothing my Fortress can do. So Honeycomb was, I do get the Parahax. So as you see, Honeycomb is really powerful, man. Like it can take hits, it can dish it, and it can take it. So Honeycomb is hands down my favorite wall right now for my team. And then he goes for the Earthquake, and that's gonna be it for Honeycomb. So good shit. Honeycomb as always. And then let's see. Hey guys, it's late. I'm filming this at 1 a.m. So forgive me if I sound a little weird. So I go into my Milotic Guan Yin, named after a Chinese Buddhist figure. So I go for the Protect, and he makes the dumbest play in history. He goes for an Explosion. Now he didn't realize his Metagross. Well, I guess he has Meteor Mash. I was predicting it would have at least Hammer Arm, but it doesn't have it. So I just think that was a bad play. I think he could have switched it for Celia. But anyways, that was yeah. Yeah, I don't like that play at all. So he goes to Cresselia. I go for Protect, which fails for some reason. Oh, because of Thunder Wave. Okay. So actually, he doesn't know Milotic's ability. Marvel's Scale actually boosts his defense. So now I can take hits from Infernape. So this was a misread on his part, and he goes for a couple of Psychics. And yeah, guys, so it's going to be a bunch of Protects, Walling, Psychics, and things like that. I should have switched to Absolute now. Think about it. So So I get the para hack. I gotta go for protect to get some of my HP back. And luckily, I don't get hacks again. So me landing the toxic is huge because now the only threat on this team is Infernate, and the biggest goal is just to make sure my Lotic has much HP as possible, just in case Infernate lands a critical hit. I also have the Sucker Punch on Absol, so and I think my Miss Magius outspeeds Infernate as well. So I think it was GG's regardless. But anyways, I decided to stay in, to wipe out the Infernate with Surf, and yeah, so there's no way Infernate is going to survive this. And then this is GG's right here. So I believe my opponent is going to quit. And Pokemon never quit, but you know, I fight to the end. You never know with critical hits and things like that. So obviously my Milotic is going to just completely wall this, yeah, and they dipped. So that's it. GG's. And I beat a super OP team